How to improve self-esteem. Majority of people have struggled with the feelings of low self-esteem at some point in their lives. Self-esteem can be used as important building blocks for a variety of purposes, including confidentiality, self-worth, and how we compare ourselves to others. I have always struggled with my self-esteem, whether it be feeling confident in my achievements, looks, or where I'm at in life. I will address some ways to improve one's self-esteem, the psychological effects of self-esteem, and the influences of self-esteem. We all have an inner critic, no matter who we are. 4 ways to improve self-esteem. The 4 steps to improving your self-esteem are editing the negative narrative in your head, putting those thoughts into action, accepting you're not perfect, and speaking kindly to yourself. Step 1. Editing the negative narrative in your head. When you recognize you are having negative thoughts, think about if those thoughts are helping you or hurting you. When you have those thoughts, ask yourself if there is any evidence to support those thoughts, what evidence goes against those thoughts, or am I jumping to conclusions too quickly? Step 2. Most people isolate themselves in fear of others not accepting them. But once you go out and be around people, you may see others enjoy being around you. Step 3. When you recognize no one is perfect and everyone makes mistakes, including yourself, you can overcome the fear of failure and not be afraid of trying. I wish I had learned this sooner because growing up I was always afraid of failing or embarrassing myself. It prevented me from trying a lot of new things. Step 4. Try saying or writing positive things about yourself that work best for you and your situation. This has been proven to help people boost their self-esteem and build healthier habits. Making a habit out of these things can help rewire the brain so we don't feel so bad about ourselves as often. Studies show extended durations of low self-esteem can cause a variety of psychological disorders. People with frequent low self-esteem are more susceptible to developing anxiety, depression, stress, anger issues, eating disorders, substance abuse, poor health, and criminal behavior. People with higher self-esteem tend to be more successful in schoolwork or hobbies such as sports, etc. People with low self-esteem tend to struggle in these environments and tend to have a lower success rate. Most psychological disorders tend to stem from low self-esteem. I have personally fallen victim to some of these disorders, all because of my low self-esteem. When you don't feel good about yourself, this can affect many different aspects of your life in an unhealthy way. Studies show that people's relationship with positive views and life satisfaction completely stem from one's self-esteem. Statistics show that self-esteem has to do with age and personality traits. Studies show that an average person's self-esteem lowers from childhood into their teen or young adult years. Then self-esteem rises between ages 16 and 51. After 51, it begins to decline again until 97. Evidence has found that self-esteem is a personality trait and that people are born with it. More outgoing people tend to have a higher self-esteem than those who are shy and introverted. Even though several factors at play may affect the balance of self-esteem, some people will naturally have a lower self-esteem regardless of those factors. With all this evidence, it shows exactly why mental health is so important and we shouldn't delay getting help if needed. In conclusion, I shared the 4 ways to help build a better self-esteem, the psychological effects of self-esteem, and the influences of self-esteem. Self-esteem affects so much more than just how we feel about ourselves. I think it is very important to constantly work on having a better self-esteem so people may have a more successful life. Thank you all for listening.